Hello and warm regards from Next IAS team. Myself Ajay Singh and I will be discussing the miscellaneous part of the Anubhav that happened on last Anubhav-III ना नहीं ठीक है. Hello and warm regards from Next IAS team. Myself Ajay Singh and I will be discussing the miscellaneous part of the Anubhav test 3. So let's start with the first question. The first question we have is question number 36. The question number 36 says, consider the following pairs, regions in news and country located in. So first is Paktika province in Libya, then Tigray in Iraq, Bolan Pass, Pakistan and Golan Heights in Syria. So let's see them on the map first of all. On the map we find that Bolan Pass, it is located in Pakistan. This is in the Balochistan region. So here we have the Bolan Pass, it is in the Balochistan province. And there has been recently a attack on the train carrying 400 passengers. That's why this location was in news. Now second is Paktika. This Paktika province is in Afghanistan and Pakistan has recently attacked this Paktika province and India condemned it also. The next one we have is about the Tigray. So Tigray is in Ethiopia, it is in Africa. And the Golan Heights. The Golan Heights region is in Syria, it is between Israel and Syria, and Israel has again started attacking this Golan Heights region. So these were in the news. Now coming back to the question, the Paktika province, it is mentioned wrong. It is the Afghanistan. Second one we are having is Tigray. Tigray is in Ethiopia. Then third one is Bolan Pass, this is correct. And Golan Heights, this is also correct. It is in Syria. So answer here becomes 3 and 4, that is option B. Question number 37, it says, which of the following best describes the primary objective of Anna Chakra, an initiative has been launched recently by Government of India. So this Anna Chakra was launched by Ministry of Consumer Affairs. In collaboration with World Food Programme and Foundation for the Innovation and Technology Transfer FFIT IIT Delhi. So this has been launched for optimizing the supply chain for public distribution system to make it more efficient. Now next question we are having is question number 38. It is about the classical language status in India. So it is saying both Pali and Prakrit have the status of classical language in India. Secondly, a language must have known borrowed literary tradition to get the classical language status. Then thirdly, linguistic expert committee which revises the criteria for language is chaired by the Union Ministry of Culture. So this third statement first of all is wrong. It is chaired by the Sahitya Academy chairman. So the president of this linguistic expert committee is the president of the Sahitya Academy. Now second thing is that are these two, Pali and Prakrit, they have the status of classical language or not, that we have to inquire about. So both of these, Pali, Prakrit along with Marathi and Assamese and Bengalis have been given this classical language status. So Assamese language and Bengali language, they all have been accorded, these 5 languages have been accorded the status of classical language recently in 2024 itself. There has been a revision of the criteria of the classical language. According to this, they were given the classical language status. Before that, we are having other languages like Tamil, then Sanskrit, then we have Kannada and Telugu, Odia as the classical language in the country. One more is there, Malayalam. So all of these are classical languages, Tamil, Sanskrit, Kannada, Telugu, Malayalam, Odia, as well as these 5 languages, Pali, Prakrit, then Marathi, Assamese and Bengali. All these are classical languages. Now what is the criteria for these classical languages? If we see the criteria, in 2004, this classical language criteria was evolved and the 3 conditions were mentioned there. The conditions were as follows. it should have high antiquity of its early text recorded early history over thousands of years. Secondly, a body of ancient literature or text which is considered a valuable heritage by the generation of speakers. Third condition was the literary tradition must be original and not borrowed from any other speech or community. So these were the three conditions that were earlier there. According to these, Tamil language was accorded the classical language status. Then in 2005, this criteria was revised. Now, it was having one more thing. The first condition, it was revised as high antiquity of its early text recorded over a period of 1500 to 2000 years. So now this vague 1000 years term has been replaced by this 1500 to 2000 years. Another criteria was added. The classical language and literature being distinct from the modern, then there may also be a discontinuity between the classical language and its later form or its offshoots. And according to these, Sanskrit, Malayalam, then Odia, then we have Telugu and Kannada. These languages were given the classical language status. Now recently in 2024, the Linguistic Expert Committee again revised this criteria and added two more things. Now these conditions are knowledge tests, especially prose in text in addition to the poetry, epigraphical and inscriptional evidence. This was then added in place of the second one. Then one more condition was added. The classical languages and literature could be distinct from its current form or could be discontinuous with the later forms or its offshoots. So the criteria now stands with these two and the above two conditions. And accordingly, the texts like Pali, Prakrit, Marathi, Assamese and Bengali languages were added in the classical language list. So coming back to the question, the first statement is correct. Second statement is wrong because this was the criteria in 2005. This criteria has been changed in 2024. So that's why now this is no more a criteria. The criteria is knowledge, text, especially prose text addition to the poetry, epigraphical and inscriptional evidence. This has replaced the second one. Third is Linguistic Expert Committee, which revises the criteria for classical languages, chaired by Union Minister of Culture. This is again wrong. It is chaired by the Sahitya Academy President. So now the answer here becomes, which of the following statements are correct? The answer is option A, that is one only. Now coming to question number 39. Question number 39 says, 3-language formula in National Education Policy of 2020 recommends a student learn 3 languages. Which of the following are possible combination of the languages a student can opt as per the formula? So this 3-language formula, it is having a specific conditionalities also. The conditionalities say that out of the 3 languages, a student is going to opt 2 languages, language 1, language 2 and language 3. 2 languages should be the Indian languages. Any of the Indian language a student can choose to study. Third one can be a foreign language. So the condition is 2 Indian languages and 1 foreign language can be opted, or you can opt for 3 Indian languages as well. But foreign language cannot be more than 1. So according to this criteria, we are going to evaluate each of the options. The first one is a student of Tamil Nadu can choose Hindi, Sanskrit and Japanese. Obviously correct, there are 2 Indian languages. Second, a student of Uttar Pradesh can choose Hindi, English and Korean language. Again, there is having 2 foreign languages, so it becomes wrong. Third one, a student of Gujarat can choose Hindi, Punjabi and Thai. Yes, there are 2 Indian languages. It is satisfying this criteria, so he can opt for this one also. So the first one is right, third one is right and second one is wrong here. So answer here becomes option B, 1 and 3 only. So you should be knowing what is the criteria. Criteria is very simple. 2 languages should be Indian, 1 language can be foreign language. So at least 2 Indian languages should be included in the 3-language formula. So accordingly, the second statement becomes wrong, first and third are correct. Now question number 14. Kheer Bhavani Mela is associated with which of the following union territory? Kheer Bhavani Mela, it is situated near 50 kilometers away from Srinagar. So this is situated with Jammu and Kashmir. It was in news, that's why the question has been asked. Now next is question number 41. Which of the following statement regarding the inner line permit regime in India is correct? So the inner line permit, for the inner line permit, you need to take permission from the government to enter in those states. Currently in India, there are 4 states which are having this inner line permit. The inner line permit is applicable in Arunachal Pradesh, then it is applicable in the state of Mizoram, then Nagaland and Manipur. So there are basically 4 states: Arunachal Pradesh, Mizoram, Nagaland and Manipur, in which this inner line permit is applicable. And this inner line permit is in the regard of the Foreigners Protected Area Order 1958. So according to the Foreigners Protected Area Order 1958, this inner line permit is being implemented. It also comes under the Foreigners Act of 1946. So both these orders and act are going to govern this inner line permit. Now let's come back to the question. Question says Meghalaya is one of the states where the IPL regime is in place. This is wrong. Meghalaya is actually demanding it, but this has not been given to it. So this statement is wrong here. Second, only the tribal dominated areas and not the whole state are covered under the IPL regime. This is again wrong. The whole state is covered under the IPL regime. So the second statement also becomes wrong. Third, IPL can be issued by the concerned state government or by the central government. This is again wrong. It is issued by the state government, not by the central government. So the power is given to the state government to permit you through the IPL or to ILP or inner line permit. So third statement again becomes wrong. The answer is option D. None of the above statement is correct because all the 3 are wrong here. So next question we have is question number 83. Consider the following regional groupings: Colombo Security Conclave CSE, Indian Ocean Rim Association IORA, Bay of Bengal Initiative for Multi-Sectoral Technical and Economic Cooperation BIMSTEC, and then Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. India and Mauritius both are members of which of the above groupings? So if we see India and Mauritius, they are part of the Colombo Security Conclave. In the Colombo Security Conclave, the countries are India, Sri Lanka, Maldives. Then Mauritius also joined it, and then Bangladesh also joined it. So we are having, it was formed by India, Sri Lanka and Maldives. Then Mauritius joined it in 2022, and afterwards Bangladesh also joined this initiative. So the first one becomes correct. Second is Indian Ocean Rim Association. It is the group of countries which are surrounding the Indian Ocean. So obviously Mauritius is part of the Indian Ocean, so it is part of the Indian Ocean Rim Association also. Third one is BIMSTEC. BIMSTEC is formed by the grouping of India, Nepal, Bhutan, then Bangladesh, then we have Myanmar, Thailand, Sri Lanka. So these are the countries which form this BIMSTEC grouping. It was formed through the Bangkok Declaration of 1997. So Mauritius is not part of this BIMSTEC initiative. So this statement becomes wrong here. Last one is Indian Ocean Naval Symposium. It is having 25 members, and both India and Mauritius are member of this Indian Naval Symposium. So the answer here becomes, the third one is wrong. So we are going to eliminate the third one. So answer becomes option B. So even if you are not knowing about the other ones, even if you are clear about the BIMSTEC, which is in news because our Prime Minister is visiting BIMSTEC, is in the BIMSTEC summit right now. If you're knowing about this only, then you can also solve this question. So answer here becomes option B. The third BIMSTEC is wrong here. So this question can be solved by elimination also rather than the knowledge part. But you should be aware about this BIMSTEC, and it is one of the basic initiatives that you should be aware about. It is a must initiative actually. Now next is question number 84. It is saying, consider the following statement: name of the government scheme, primary objective and nodal ministry. First one is PM Van Bandhu Kalyan Yojana. So Van Bandhu means tribal, it is for the tribal welfare. So it is about to ensure better prices for minor forest produce. This statement is correct here. It is under Ministry of Tribal Affairs. This is also correct. Second is Mudra Yojana. It is for the promotion of MSME sector. So it is to facilitate micro credit to micro enterprises in the non-farm sector. This statement is correct. It is Ministry of MSME. This is wrong. It is Ministry of Finance. So this particular schemes become important for you because it is going against the obvious ministry that it should be. So Ministry of Mudra Yojana is under the Ministry of Finance. So this scheme is being run by Ministry of Finance. Third one, PM Shri Yojana, which is about education, improving the schools of the Rising India. The Prime Minister Schools of the Rising India is the name of the scheme. So it is saying to qualitatively strengthen the existing schools. The statement is absolutely right. It is under Ministry of Education. This is also correct. So answer here becomes 1 and 3 are correct. Second one is wrong. Answer should be option B. That is only 2 are the correct statements out of the 3. The next we are having is question number 85. So question number 85 says, consider the following pairs: the military exercise and participating countries. First one is Dharam Guardian, India and Japan. So first one becomes wrong. Second is Yudh Abhyas. It is India and US. So this is also wrong. And this year this Yudh Abhyas, it was conducted in Rajasthan. Then third one is Khanjar, India and Kazakhstan. This statement is also wrong. It is Kyrgyzstan. So the third one is also wrong here. So answer here becomes, which of the following is correctly matched? It is none of the above. Answer is option D here. Now next is question number 86. It is an island, the coastline of which is roughly equal to Earth's circumference at the equator. It lies west to Baffin Bay and Davis Strait. It is in its northwest. A narrow body of water separates the island from the Canadian territory. So it is near the Canadian territory, and if we find near Canada, only one country is there, which is Greenland. Now Greenland, this is the Baffin Island of Canada, this is Baffin Bay, this is Davis Strait, and if you see, it has a rugged type of coastline which makes it more lengthier. So answer is option B, that is Greenland. Answer becomes option B, that is Greenland, a mapping based question. Now next is question number 87. Geet Gawai, a tradition included in UNESCO's representative list of intangible cultural heritage of humanity, is primarily associated with which states? So it is associated with the state of Madhya Pradesh. It is associated with the state of Bihar. Really sorry. It is associated with the state of Bihar, and our Prime Minister, he was visiting Mauritius, where he was welcomed with the Geet Gawai song, because in Mauritius, more or less, it is having an population with Indian origin, and many people who are citizens of Mauritius are from Bihar state itself. So it is having an important cultural value in Mauritius also. This Geet Gawai is having a important cultural value in Mauritius also, because a major population of there is from the Bihar state itself. So the answer here becomes option D. Now next is question number 89. Which of the following products from India does not have a geographical indicator tag yet? So it is again a factual question. Lagadong turmeric in Meghalaya, it is having a geographical tag, GI status. The status was accorded in 2023 itself. Then we have Kurin Musli rice of Andaman. It is also having a GI tag. Then Marcha rice of Bihar, which is actually you can say Marcha is like the black pepper. So the name comes from there only. So it is also having a GI tag. This Palamnir terracotta of Andhra Pradesh. This is under consideration for the GI tag. So this becomes the correct answer here. It is still under consideration, has not been accorded the GI tag. Once it is accorded the GI tag, then it will be having a GI tag also. So this option D is our correct answer. So with this we complete the miscellaneous part of the Anubhav. Thank you very much.